Good morning, Superbasshole fishing tournament family and Northwest Bass Holes. I'm Kevin Wilson, and I'm coming back to you again because we had more product that came in, and some of them are for the painters competition that we had going on. So that means, yes, we have a giveaway that's going to take place. And I'm going to do it a little bit differently. I'm going to go through some of the ugly bugs that I have from the various painters, and I'll put together a 2-pack, 3-pack, 4-pack. I'm not sure yet, but I'll take a look and see what I have left of our various painters. I'll take pictures of them, put them up on Northwest Bass Holes, and you will have the opportunity to pick a number to be determined, 1 through whatever, and see if you can come up as a winner for that package of ugly bugs. But anyway, let's get right into it. Today, I've got representations from 2 very talented artists within the bait making game, David Wyatt of Only 5 Customs and Terrence Downing of Too Fresh Fishing. So we have lures and we have plastics. So here we go. What we have here is a Generation 2 ugly bug. Works more like a popper, as you can see from the front end. Big golden eyes, and it has a midge type pattern of the dragonfly. Now, I've said it before, and you're probably all getting tired of hearing it, but this thing splays out on the water, looks like a crash-landed dragonfly, and bass will come up and hit it. And if any of you have worked like the angry perch popper, same concept, same idea right here to get this thing to move, and you work it out there. And this particular color pattern during the dragonfly hatch works extremely well. And if you like topwater action like I do, this is a ticket. And we have another Generation 2 ugly bug. And check out the paint job on this. It's just gorgeous. I believe this is done by sponging. I'm not sure, but I believe it is. Look at that. It's going to silhouette so nicely out there on top of the water. And, you know, it's just going to be a joy to hook up with this, whoever the lucky individuals are that will be getting in on the giveaway. I've got another Generation 2, and I had been in consultation with David, and I don't know for what reason or even why, but the patterning of the mangrove grouper down in Florida has intrigued me for a long time. And it's a very mottled pattern, and I hadn't seen in a white and black presentation an ugly bug. And I asked David if he could do that up for me, and I think he just knocked it out of the park. It's going to create light reflections because of the difference in black and white. One will absorb, one will reflect light, and as this thing is working across the top of the water, I'm sure that it is going to attract the interest of a lot of things in the water that you happen to be fishing for. So, excited about that one. Now we have a Generation 3, and you can see that the body style is a little different. Of course, all these are resin poured, and they were done by Bo Merkel of Samson's Lures. And then I purchased the bodies and then had a bunch sent out to various painters that, you know, I really enjoy their work. You know, Lou Roberto, Jen Cravassi, David Wyatt, Bo Merkel, and even sent some down to Yakov Levy. Just people are doing a wonderful job, and just, you know, and I really appreciate the time that they're putting in to create something to go out to you all. What we have here is a take on a ugly bug, or a crankbait, that David and I had worked on together. One of his very first creations, that crankbait, was a green and pink. And that crankbait has gone down to Florida to several people that I know. My wife is giggling about something.
All right.
It's all right. But that crankbait has just been destroying down there. I got the opportunity to name it, and I called it the Molly Ringwald Pretty in Pink Dirty Tequila Sunrise. And I think this color scheme is going to work, just by what I've seen based on the results of the crankbait and what it's been doing. So very cool. And we have another sponge pattern, and this thing, either screams yellow jacket or frog. It's kind of a yellowish loam green with black in it. This whole thing just rocks. Look at that. Beautiful. Now, David has done an outstanding job on all of these. And of course, I got a box full of them. And here's one of my personal favorites. And I've kept one for myself. And this is the Peacock Bass Ugly Bug. And like I said before, there is no wrong or right way to paint an ugly bug. It is left up to your imagination. So if you're a painter out there and you like top water action, you're interested in some top water resin baits, get a hold of Bo Merkel of Samson's Lures, and I'm sure the man would be happy to hook you up. But yeah, check out that Peacock Bass representation. That is so cool. That is so cool. And then the final one that we have in our Ugly Bugs series is this one. It's a perch pattern. How can you go wrong with that? I mean, bass being predatory like they are, they'll just pretty much hit anything that they think they can get in their mouth, and it looks like a bait fish or whatever. They will come up and hit it, especially if you got a paint job that is mimicking a fish in distress. So there you go. All right. One of the pieces that David was doing, and it piqued my interest, and I'm not even sure what to call it, but we got this little crank here, and it's beautifully done. And the pattern, look at the patterning on that. I think this is just going to absolutely destroy. I've got a couple of ponds in mind, and a lake too. I think this thing is just going to be a thing of beauty to behold as it just decimates one bass after another. It's unique. It's a unique paint design. Absolutely love it. Now, a piece that David did for me, and granted it doesn't have hooks on it, but they're on the way. This piece David did up for me, and what we have here is this 6.5-inch glide bait. Look at that. And he did it up in the Peacock Bass color. That is one of my bucket list fish. I have to get me one before I leave this planet. But it's just gorgeous. The clear coating on this is phenomenal, absolutely flawless. Big red angry eye. And look at the fade and shade on this and the color shift in here. It's just an expertly done piece of fishing artillery. So, and my labs are wanting out of their kennel to get their potty business on. So I'm going to speed this up a little bit, and we'll get out of here and let you get started with your day. Now, the baits that we had that come in from Too Fresh Fishing, from Terrence Downing of Too Fresh Fishing, and he is an outstanding bait maker, and I've been going back to him over and over again, and one of my particular favorites is this bad boy right here. It is the Hell Hitter in the Dragonfly Blue. This thing works like nobody's business. Now, everybody out there has heard of the Hellgrammite and have used it, and I've had great success with it, and I love it. But their color options are not available, that you can get from your custom bait maker, like Terrence is doing. And I asked for this particular color about 2.5, maybe 3 years ago, and he came up with it. He matched the color to the Dragonfly hatch. Now, I've found that during, the winter time, like right now, with the ice off the ponds, you can work this across the bottom on a Ned rig, and you can induce a bite. Of course, it's going to be slow going. You got to get that presentation down there and leave it down there and just work it to, because they're still really lethargic out here right now in the Northwest. But the dragonfly blue during the dragonfly hatch and right now during the winter, it is a go-to bait for me. I love this thing. And I've been accused of, Kevin, you got to get off the plastics. That's all you seem to use. And it's like, well, you use what works. Now, another one we have in the bronze flake. It's a 3-inch hell hitter. And I love this one too, especially, in August and September, late afternoons when you have shade coming off the trees from the west as the sun is beginning to set. I don't know what it is about this color, but you can literally see it in the shadows along the bank, along the tree line, and it fluoresces, and you can literally watch the dark shadows dart out from those shadows, snatch this thing up, and head back in. And I just absolutely love this one, and I highly recommend it. And then one of the baits that I discovered that Terrence does, and I've got several of his pieces of work in various different baits, but I never got one in the hell hitter. And I asked for it, and he delivered. And what we have here is the 420 flake 3-inch hell hitter. Now the 420 is, it's got leaves, actual leaves in it from a tree down in Florida that it kind of looks like a marijuana plant. It isn't, so don't take this thing, stick it in your water bubbler and smoke it, because you're not going to get high off of it. But bass will absolutely love this thing. During June and July, in the hot times of the day when you have holes in the weed mats, and I could get out there in the John boat, I would just drop this thing down in the holes and just start jigging with it. Money all day long right here. 420 hell hitters. So if you like anything that you've seen today, get a hold of David Wyatt at Only 5 Customs or Terrence Downing of Too Fresh Fishing. Put in your order with them and get some of these outstanding products that they offer, and just step up your fishing game. All right, people, that's all I've got for today. I've got 500,000 things to do, and I'm sure you do too. So have a blessed day. Take somebody fishing with you. And as always, remember, it doesn't matter where you're at. Each and every one of us is northwest of somewhere. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye for now.